Hello. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I've got this lovely tutorial for you. It's really about the ombre lips, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the steps that you see. I am priming my eyelids first. I like to start with my eyes, and today I'm using the MAC paint pot in the color Painterly. This is a perfect color for any brown tone, medium brown tone. And then I go in with my brows. I've tried doing my brows after. It's fine, but I still favor doing it first. And this is Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the color medium brown. I always carve it out with my concealer, and that's just to have the smoothest transition from my eyelids to under the brows. So as you can see, I always start from the middle under the brow to the tail, and then I use whatever's left on the brush to clean up the front part. And that helps with the way it gradiates and has an even finish. And this Bedellium brush right here, it's literally like two paintbrushes together. It blurs out concealer like nobody's business. So after that, we start with skin prep so that the primer has a chance to set into the skin. Watch how simple the eye look ends up being because I use literally 2 to 3 colors. So I'm using a nude in the crease. I'm doing the windshield wiper and then I'm buffing it out. I use an orange all over the lid and I'm patting this in, and this is a matte orange color from my Morphe James Charles palette. So you're gonna see me bring that orange up to the crease where I put the nude color and my soft poofy brush to buff it out and bring those two together harmoniously with the same windshield wiper motion. I'm taking this copper color, bronze, copper, and I'm tapping this onto my lid from the inner corner, about a third of the way out, not all the way out to the outer crease. And then I take the same orangey brown and put it underneath on my bottom lash line. I'm using a black gel liner from MAC to do my wing liner. I like the gel because it gives me control, and I use small strokes because whenever I try to do one long stroke, I can never match it on the other side. So I always start in the middle and then I make small strokes out to the outer corner, decide how far out my wing is gonna go, and then again, small strokes from the inner corner of my eye to meet the middle. And here you see me contouring my nose. I use two things, one of two things to contour. It's either going to be a black opal cream foundation stick, or you're going to see me use bronzer. Today, I am using the black opal cream foundation stick. So I'm just pushing it in. This is an angled brush, and I push it in and kind of buff it out so it fades into under the brow bone. And this is a shadow. Now we're gonna highlight with my concealer. This is a concealer I reach for periodically. It was something I was trying. It's by Laura Mercier. It's the Flawless Fusion Longwear Concealer. I like the undertone, but to be honest, the way it sits on my skin, it's not my favorite. I have fine lines and it sits there and it never really looks like skin the way some of my other concealers end up looking throughout the day. So this is just my opinion. It doesn't mean it'll sit that way on anybody else, but I really like the undertone. Some of them kind of fade out when you blur them out, and this keeps the golden undertone. So I'm using my Bedellium brush again. This is the sweetest brush to blend out edges without removing much of the product at all. So you're gonna see me do my T-zone. I do the same under the eye. I do it on the bridge of my nose and under my bottom lip, under the chin, on the chin where I highlight. So I'm just taking that brush and making sure I'm not removing the product, but I'm spreading it evenly. And then I use my foundation brush, which is the exact same shape as the concealer brush, just wider, and I fuse them together so that where they connected, I just use the remaining foundation to make it come together. You always want to finish any cream or liquid product by setting it. So I'm using my powder anywhere I put concealer. I'm using my Lorac Pro Loose Setting Powder. The color is Brulee. And then in all the areas I put foundation, I'm using my Morphe Filter Effects in number 10. And then I go in with bronzer. And we go all the edges. And then we're going in with blush. Today I tried a new technique where I put it on the back of my hand and use the beauty blender to pick it up and then transfer it onto my cheeks. And I really like the finish. That's the look on my face of being pleased with trying something new, and it was a success. Here we go with the lips. So this ombre look, I always start with a chocolate lip liner. Today I'm using MAC in the color Chestnut. And then I'm going to line both sides evenly. I have one side that dips down a little bit lower, so I have to overline on one side in a way that I don't on the other. Stretch the lips, smile, or as you see, purse your lips a little bit just so that you can ensure you have a straight line on the outer corners, especially because when you smile is when you're really going to see the difference. To fill the lips, I used Charlotte Tilbury, and the color is ML Kiss. In the center, I threw this out after this video. It's a Juvia's Place liquid lipstick, and it's a peach color. So now this is how you really make a ombre look finessed, and it's by buffing the colors together so that it's harmonious. It gradiates between one color to the other. You don't see any harsh lines. And so the flat brush that I use to put the lipstick on, whatever remaining lipstick is on there is going to help fuse that together perfectly. Ultimately, with this look and all the other looks, I want everybody to know that you can try it. You can try something that seems a little bit outside of your comfort zone, looks good on somebody else, maybe won't look good on me. Here's my number one tip. Try it when you have nowhere to go. Pull out your drink, be comfortable, and that way you can laugh about any errors if it looks funny. Don't stress about it. And then the other thing you want to do when you decide to take these steps and step out of your comfort zone is go easy, meaning you don't have to go with such a rich color. You can go with a color you're comfortable with, and you can also decide to start with one feature only. So looking at this video that you've seen so far, you can choose, instead of the ombre lips, maybe you want to do this 3-color eyeshadow, or you might want to focus on something you've picked up on the brow step. So either way, my presence here is to share with you my journey, the tips, my steps, my routine. I'm not a gatekeeper. I just think it's really important that everybody loves themselves and loves the face that they're in. Our face is always changing as we grow, and it's time to learn new steps, to adapt and really learn to amplify our features. They're not going anywhere. We just have to adjust to the changes as our face matures. We just have to learn how to highlight, emphasize, and bring out those features. And that's what I'm here for. So here, you're watching me just with the finishing touches. So I'm pressing in the setting powder in all the high points where I put highlighter. And this is my pleased look. This is complete. I am happy, I'm content, and most of all, makeup brings me a lot of joy. It really is therapeutic for me. I can feel any kind of way, and when I play with makeup, it's just such a therapeutic outlet for me. Last but not least, we are sealing the deal. We use the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. That speaks for itself, and I'm just using my blending bud to press it in and lock everything in so it has more of a lasting effect for the rest of the day. It just has more wear and it stays looking like skin. I'm so grateful to everybody who tunes in. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for stopping your scroll and clicking. I appreciate each time you like, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. Peace.